An assumption can be made that morals derive from a purely religious perspective or the golden rule approach. We are told that it is right to be moral. This is an ineffective answer since it does not apply to someone outside the moral circle. This in mind, there is really no way to prove this to a person who wants to know why he or she should be moral. The only answer to them would be because you are. Happiness could also be included in the list of moral reasons. I personally feel that this is the best supported reasons for being moral. Although there will be times when the moral decisions will not be pleasurable, it will eventually lead to happiness. Morality is important for society as a whole as it makes life livable. Now expanding on the happiness theory, I will discuss the ideas of Aristotle. Aristotle believed that happiness is the quality of whole human life. We all have misconceptions about happiness. Most of us believe that happiness is experiencing a lively feeling of joy or pleasant feelings. We can be happy at one moment, but not the next. In life, we go through many ethical dilemmas, some easier to answer than others. No matter what ethical dilemma you meet, to make that decision, we all have a process that we go through. When I am met with an ethical dilemma, first I would map out my choices, consider my morals, and if any of the choices violates my morals and how severe, then list to myself the pros and cons for the result of each decision on my behalf and the persons that are involved with my decision. I will, I will then consider if I was on the other side of the decision and think what I would have wanted the person to decide on and then put the mindset of the person to think what they might have wanted for me to decide on and finally I will make my decision. I see utilitarianism as a powerful and persuasive approach to ethics and philosophy. There are varieties of views discussed, but utilitarianism is generally held to be the view that the morally correct action is the action that produces the most good. In its simplest form, it is maximizing pleasure while minimizing pain. There are few ways to think about this claim. One good way to think about is that this theory is a form of consequentialism. The right action is understood basically in terms of consequence produced. The utilitarian view is one thought to maximize the overall good, that, that good being the good of others as well as the good of oneself. Utilitarianism is also not partial. Everybody's happiness counts the same. This version of the good is one that must maximize the good for everyone. My good counts just the same as anyone else. Deontological ethics is concerned not with the actions itself, but the consequence of the action. Moral value is conferred by virtue of the actions in themselves. If a certain act is wrong, then it is wrong. In all circumstances and conditions, as natural law is also embodied. Irrespective of the consequence, this view of ethics is in stark contrast to teleological views such as utilitarianism, in which the view that a consequence of an action refers to a moral value and is defined as the ethics of virtue.